Hello, I'm Eli Gumbel. I have recorded an EP called Impulse Purchase, and today I want to give you a peek into the recording process of this EP. However, to do that, I'm going to have to take you back to a simpler time, September 2015. I'm going to achieve that with this. Here goes.
Is that going to work?
Probably. Okay. For the last year I've been recording an EP, on and off, and today I'm going in for one of my last sessions of it. It's probably my second last, maybe my third last if there's more stuff to do. Yeah, I'm here with Regan. Basically she's just here because we're seeing Vanilla back later, and I just invited her along and stuff. So yeah, this is recording the fact that this is a real thing and I've been doing it. Yes, okay, cool. That'll do. So London is absolutely crazy. They have like a whole system of trains which are underground. Can you believe it? And they take you places like everywhere.
Everywhere, in this case, was Downtown Artist Studios on Berwick Street, just off Shaftesbury Avenue in some interesting surroundings. This is where I came every so often between June 2014 and September 2015 to lay down some sounds for an EP.
Hey there, I'm here for James and 2.
As you go inside, everything has a way of reminding you that this is a place where music is done. I developed a few rituals in my time here, and I also made some friends. This one here went to Warwick University, just like me, don't you know?
This is a studio where I record things. It's got stuff on the walls and a computer, and speakers, and chairs. Vocal booth is through there. I sing things in there. This is a vocal booth. That's the mic. About to record vocals. Okay. So today is like probably my second last session, and I've got my traditional hamburger when I'm recording vocals. It's kind of a cheeseburger because dairy will mess up your voice. We're working on the last song. It's called Spheric Sticky.
So that repeats, and that's what we call time. We discovered that there's not much of it, so we try our best to stop and getting away.
Right. We're doing weird stuff in the studio. We're doing some weird stuff in the studio. I just put some samples of a weather forecast from 1987, and now we're going to record some. Why did you move the camera down?
I don't know.
Now we're going to record some tennis balls bouncing to use as percussion. Rock and roll. That's James, producer. You might be on YouTube. Other songs I've got are they're on the EP are called Flare, which I've done with my band 660 Vel, Sweet's My Sweet, which is an old one, and I Hope It Rains, which is kind of newish, haven't really recorded it anywhere, apart from here. It's going to be an interesting day. So these are the lyrics I'm recording today. I wrote them, well, I started about 6 months ago, and then just took a break, and then the last bits of it just came to me last night. I was going to do a bit more editing on the train here, but I decided to do the Sudoku instead.
I know you may forget the things that you could put in the scheme of things you are mindful. So they would overlook you when they close the book, or when they say the changes to a title. And when you fall apart, you find a place to start again, so we can make our ambitions in the moment to find good if we underline lives that we can find a resolution.
Didn't really expect to finish today, but I have finished today. All the songs are recorded. They just need to be mixed and mastered. In about 4 weeks I'll get a call telling me about how they're discussing promotions and covers and titles and things, so yeah, that's cool. I'll take them.
Here's the timeline of everything that happened after that moment. In October 2015, I received a call telling me that my songs have been mixed and mastered. I'm working hard at university at this point, so I tell them that any meetings have to wait until December 2015, when I have a meeting with Downtown's PR person who asks me to gather all the promotional materials I would need, like a biography, promotional photos, references to the artwork, and asks me to name one track to act as a promotional single. I nominate I Hope It Rains. January 2016, I turn in a 6,500 word biography, which they tell me is useful and gives them enough to work with for creating the press releases they'd want to create. I also find out that I have to clear the samples in I Hope It Rains by myself. For the next few months, my final year of university took up a lot of my time, so the EP work was put on hold. I did, however, in March 2016, play my biggest gig ever, the Warwick Battle of Bands final. I placed last. Fun though. In June 2016, the university year is over, I have a degree, and I resume contact with the company, who have now changed their name to DA Music Group. I start making plans for more promotional activities and start talking to people who own the samples. My quest to clear the samples leads me to a phone call with legendary meteorologist Michael Fish. He is fully supportive of me using the samples of his voice from his infamous 1987 weather forecast. Now I just need to get the BBC to agree. September 2016. I record 2 live promo performances at the studios. Regan joins me on keyboard for one of them. I also record a 30-second promotional video where I say some inspirational sounding things, while footage of me playing an acoustic guitar is backed by the electric guitar in I Hope It Rains. I also launched my website, EliGumble.com. Check it out. October 2016. DA has a new PR person, and a few things have changed, so I resubmit my biography with some additions, bringing it up to about 7,000 words. Not a lot happens until December 2016, when after some words with BBC's representative at Getty Images, I find out that I have to pay £800 to use the I Hope It Rains samples. I say no thanks and decide to remove the samples from my song. I sort of put the whole project on hold again after this while I looked for a job. After a style overhaul, I landed a full-time job in May 2017, and after a few weeks of settling in, I was ready to start promotions discussions once again. The company had had some turnover of staff, so my emails didn't get responses until July, when the ball got rolling again and I was connected with a graphic designer. August 2017, I send over my concept and reference images, eventually choosing final images for the single and the EP. After a few months of discussions with the graphic designer and various iterations of covers, we conclude that my images aren't the high enough resolution to be usable. So in December, I organise a photo shoot. I put the best 8 up on Instagram and hold some votes to determine which one gets used as the single cover. If this one wins, I send it in for processing. This one comes second, and after some recommendations, I send it in to be turned into the EP cover. January 2018. After searching DA to find out that they were listed on Google as permanently closed, I messaged them to find out they had merged with another company to form RS Artists. In March 2018, I finally plucked up the courage to listen to my tracks, discovering that 3 of them needed mix alterations. It turns out they didn't have access to all of my stems, so couldn't accurately remix my tracks, so we had to wait for my old producer to unearth my stems from his backups. In June, I shot a music video for Sweets My Sweet in the town of Felixstowe. And finally, in July 2018, my tracks were finished to my liking, and RS called me in for another meeting.
Come on, Eli, we've got to get back to 2018. You've got a meeting.
No, I'm not going back into that timeline.
Look, I'm not staying with you for another 3 years. Come on.
No! Oh, where am I? And more importantly, when did I get this coat? It's 2018. I have a lot of catching up to do. But first, the meeting. What's this? Wow. So I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't just stay in 2015 because I had a trip to Cincinnati Zoo planned. I was going to see my favourite gorilla, but I'm sure he's still there. I'm sure he's fine. Hey there, this is Eli Gumble. I'm here for a meeting at 6.
Cool, I'll bet you 3.
Okay, cool. See you later.
As you go inside, everything has a way of reminding you that this is a place where music is done.
So I had the meeting and I wasn't massively pleased. The meeting was to discuss making a music video. Of course, I'd already made one, but I was seeing what they had in mind. In a nutshell, I met with one of the promotions guys who told me how much he liked the songs and that he could see how much influence and care had gone into it. So far so good. He then said that a well-shot and on-brand music video could form the centrepiece of a marketing campaign and set me on the road to having a core of 100 to 200 superfans and people actively waiting for the next release within 12 months. I asked how it would be funded. I was told that the package of a 2-day shoot, makeup and 2 edits would cost me £1,400, which they would graciously allow me to pay in 2 instalments of £700. This would not include props or extra locations or extra people. The guy I met with told me that this was a great price and that his band had never paid less than £3,000 for a video. I asked why they didn't advertise the service so they could have more planning meetings and fewer sales pitches, which is what this meeting turned into. And he said, "That's a good idea, I'll go ask management." And then the meeting ended. I did a little more research, talking to friends and also a band who had worked with this company before, and I found a few more things. 1, I can absolutely make a video for less than £1,400, because I already had. 2, the company inflates the price that the external videographer charges and pockets the difference, which is around £400. And 3, this company is not very effective at promoting artists and doesn't really do anything that I couldn't do myself. So I am taking the step of self-releasing. This is the product, the EP. This will be available in CD form from me at my gigs or whenever you see me, and available digitally in all online music stores and streaming services. I'm going to be completely open about my release and marketing processes as I find out more about this industry, so it's now my pleasure to announce the Impulse Purchase release schedule. I'm Eli Gumble, thank you for watching.